What's up, all my devil dogs? It's your boy Sean Otley, strength.corp.general 5-star, and welcome to the first episode of Ask the General. I used to do like a lot of Q&As back in the day, and a lot of people would send me questions and I would answer them like on Saturdays or Sundays. YouTube, as you know, a while back deleted a lot of my videos. But I decided, you know what, let me just start this. I never really titled it anything, but let me just start Ask the General. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can just ask me and I can go ahead and make a video addressing them. Or if they're really good questions, make an entire video addressing just your question. So before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, if you have any questions for me, you can feel free to comment below your question, or you can send me an email to strength.corp.general@gmail.com. okay, strength.corp.general@gmail.com. Very simple email address. Go ahead and send me your questions, comment your questions below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm gonna try and do 2 to 3 questions each video, depending on how complex. If it's like 2 complex questions, I'm gonna just cut it at 2. If it's like 1 or 2 of them are kind of simple, I'll go ahead and do 3. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started with the first question. Okay, this actually comes from a comment from one of my longtime subscribers, Mira W. I don't know your last name, but she made a comment on one of my videos, and pretty much it was like this. I'm always trying to eat whole foods no matter the macros, but the YouTube world is always eating similar to what you had. Bars, snacks, proteins. To me, that's not realistic to eat health-wise. I know different things are good for different people, but I see it a lot and just wonder how you all eat certain foods and others eat a clean diet and it doesn't work. I think it's the macro setting too, but I applaud all who get it accomplished with tons of cardio and restrictions. First of all, Mira, thanks for your question. It's a really good question. So pretty much she's saying is this: she sees me and a lot of other YouTubers eating things like protein bars, protein chips, maybe cereal, a lot of things that aren't quote unquote clean foods, while she sees other people, or maybe she's had the experience herself of she's gone ahead and she's eaten like, you know, clean food. She's eaten the broccoli, the chicken breasts, the brown rice, the beans, she's eating good whole foods, the steel cut oats and everything, but she's not seeing the progress that people who are eating these bars and chips and all this stuff, rice cakes, ice cream, all right, I've been known to do that and still drop weight and look great. And then she throws it in, she actually answers her own question. You're a smart girl, Mira. Pretty much it all comes down to calories in versus calories out and following your macros. But think about it like this. If I'm somebody and I need 3,000 calories to maintain my weight, say I'm 200 pounds and it takes 3,000 calories for me to maintain that weight, right? Now let's say I'm a person who eats only clean food, so only chicken breast, broccoli, brown rice, steel cut oats, egg whites, the typical stuff that we all claim quinoa as, healthy foods or whatever, right? Avocados, fruits, veggies, you get the idea. But let's say I eat enough of those to where I'm getting 3,500 calories. No matter how clean or healthy the food is, I'm still getting more calories than I'm burning, so I'm gonna put on weight. You understand? It's just that those foods tend to be lower calorically. They're less calorically dense, so you could have more of them. And a lot of times it's harder for people to reach their calorie maintenance eating clean foods because they're so low in calories. Like broccoli, you can have so much of it and it's not even 100 calories, that type of deal. While as you have a little bit of white rice and you're already talking about a couple hundred calories. So it just really depends. Now let's say I'm somebody who I have 3,000 calories in me, but let's say I'm having a Quest bar here, maybe some protein chips here, which protein chips really from Quest are pretty much low carb. I mean, they're not very high in calories. A Quest bar is about 300 calories. Let's say I am still getting other foods in. I'm still eating other healthy foods. Like in that video, you did see me eating things like, I still had like some turkey bacon. I still had some oatmeal. I think maybe I had oatmeal, whatever. I still had some stuff, but it just came down to, I wasn't having a whole bunch of calorically dense food. I was having more, just watching my calories, So it all comes down to calories in, calories out. If I'm eating a whole bunch of stuff that's in variety, that's not necessarily clean, but it's less calories than I need to maintain, I'm gonna lose the weight. Whereas even if I'm eating healthy foods, if I'm eating more calories with those healthy foods than I need to maintain my weight, guess what? I'm gonna gain weight. So it's all in your macros. It's all in the macros, okay? But thank you for your question. It was a really good one. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna get helped out by that. So thanks, Mira. The next one we have here, I'm messing up here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay. This one is from Jay Wayne. My dog, Jay Wayne, man. He always is, always supports the channel. I appreciate you, brother. Alright. His question was pretty much this. Can you slow cut for 6 months to a year with a deficit of 250 calories with 20 minutes of cardio? Can your body handle that, or is it better to get the cut over in 18 to 20 weeks? Alright, first of all, thanks for your question, man. I appreciate anybody who comments on any of my videos. Again, if you have questions, comment below. Sometimes I gotta say that more than once because sometimes I'll be skipping through the videos. Okay, but pretty much what he's asking is, can the body handle dieting for a longer time at a smaller deficit with less cardio, or is it better to just, drop your carbs or calories or whatever, bang out the cardio and get your cut over with as quickly as possible? And I'm here to say this: your body can handle it. It's just a matter of, can you handle it mentally? Because think about it like this. Yes, you're at a smaller deficit, and yes, you're doing less cardio. So as long as you're gradually losing weight over time, that might be easier on you mentally because you'll be able to eat a little more food. We all really don't like cardio, let's be honest. So you get to do less cardio. And on top of that, you're going to maintain a lot of your strength because you're not at a super big caloric deficit. But you're gonna really have to maintain that, and I would say you probably can have less cheat meals, less refeed days, because you're not gonna need them. You're gonna be getting calories. So you're talking about for 6 months to a year, you really got to be tracking your macros. You can't really kind of free ball it one day. Whereas opposed to some people can't sustain that for a long time. They don't want to be cutting forever. So what they'll do is, I'm gonna just drop my calories low enough to lose 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. So that way in about 12 weeks or so, 12 to 15 weeks, I'm done. Or even if you extend it to 20 weeks, you'll be done. And even in there, sometimes you'll drop enough weight to where you can incorporate a little cheat. You can incorporate a refeed because your calories are going to be so low, you're going to want to do that every now and then. So it's really just a mental thing. The body can definitely handle it. Being at a small deficit is actually more preferable in my opinion. It's just people like me and a lot of people you might see, we're impatient. I like being in a caloric surplus or at least at maintenance. Being at a deficit sucks, okay? I don't really like cardio. I love carbs. I don't like my protein being dumb high because I gotta keep buying freaking protein powder or having a whole bunch of meat at night. Like, it's crazy. But it just all depends on what you personally like to do. If you're somebody who likes to, like get the diet over with, then you're gonna want to diet for less time and just drop your carbs and do more cardio, as opposed to somebody who, I'm pretty good with tracking my food anyway. I don't really mind. I'd rather just do it over the span of a year so I don't really feel it, And then of course you can sneak little foods in there because you're gonna have more calories and more macros to play with. So it all just comes down to you, man. The body can definitely handle it, but it's more of a mental thing. Can you handle it more mentally to get it over with quick in 12 to 20 weeks, or do you want to do it over the course of a year and not feel it as much, but have to be more consistent for a longer period of time? All right, last question. Oh, looks like Chris Jones just put out a video pretty much talking about his 15% off sale. I won't be participating. I gotta save money for other things, but next time, brother, I promise, man. I'm gonna give me something dope though. When he comes out with something dope, I'm gonna make sure I get something. Well, especially for when he comes down here, I'm gonna try and get something. Maybe one of them joggers. Anyway, all right, last question is gonna come from a new subscriber. Okay, the last two people have been subscribed a while. This guy subscribed, I think, a couple days ago. His name is, I guess, Abdullah. His name is Abdullah Football on here. Great video, I subbed. So he liked the low carb day of eating. I appreciate that, man. I have a question. I'm starting my cut tomorrow. Oh, I just pressed off the thing. I'm starting my cut tomorrow, and I'm 17, 5'8", 162.7 pounds. He got real specific. All right. His macros are 1,780 calories, 223 grams of carbs, 111 grams of protein, and 49 grams of fat. Does that sound good? Or nah, thanks. I don't know if he meant to say it like that, but that's how I'm gonna read it. Alright, so Abdullah, I appreciate your question, man. I'm guessing you're a football player, bro, which I used to play football myself in high school before my knee got busted up. But I still love the sport, man. So I support anybody out there grinding in the football game, man. Anyway, his question pretty much is this. He's 17, he's 5'8", and about 162 pounds, 163 pounds, and he is gonna start a cut. Now, I have two things to say about that. One, I'm gonna suggest that you don't actually cut, because you don't sound like somebody who's overweight. It'd be kind of hard. If you want, you can use the email, strength.corp.general. You can actually send me an email if you want to send pictures of what you actually look like. But from how I'm imagining you at 5'8", 162.7, at 17, I don't see you as being overweight, especially since you play ball. So I know you're already doing a whole bunch of drills and cardio. I'm just assuming you play football now. Maybe you just like football, but I'm assuming that you play, but just going based off of how I picture you, all right? I'm gonna say this, you're 17, don't cut, man, okay? Unless you're really overweight and you're like obese, which at 162.7, at 5'8", I don't think is stupid, you know, huge. Maybe you got a little bit of extra weight you're carrying around. I wouldn't suggest cutting because you're literally like growing. You're 17. Guys grow to like 22, 23, 24. It depends, man. We grow a lot past our teen years, whereas women tend to finish at 18, they're done. They're not getting any taller or any more developed. They're done. All right, guys, you're 18, you're just getting started, man, you know? So you're still young, your body is still growing. You want to take advantage of that and put on muscle. And when you put on that muscle, man, you might actually start, since you're, you know, relatively new. I don't know if you're new to lifting, you didn't say, but if you are, you're actually going to burn fat and build muscle. You might not see a huge fluctuation in your weight, but your appearance is going to change. Your chest is going to start coming out. Arms are going to start getting developed. Right? You're gonna start seeing maybe some abs even, depending on your genetics, all right? So I'm not gonna suggest you cut unless your distribution of weight is a large majority percentage of fat, which I can't see for the measurements you gave me. Then you can go ahead and you can diet or whatever for a little bit, get some of that extra weight off, but use these years to grow. I see too many teenagers talking about, oh, I wanna go on a cut, or oh, I want to, you know, start a diet or whatever, and it's like, bro, like, you're good, you're not big or anything like that. Put on muscle, man. The more muscle you have, the more calories you're gonna burn at rest. And I promise you, you would much rather be 170 with some muscle and look good than be like 150 with no muscle and just look sucked up and skinny. Nobody wants that look. Or if you're looking for that look, you're on the wrong channel, because this is a bodybuilding channel, man. We about gains around here. And I'm guessing you subbed, so I'm guessing you about making some gains. I'm going to help you, man. I'm really trying to help you. I don't suggest cutting. Now, again, send me a picture. Send me, you know, if you play ball or not. Let me know a little bit more, and I can help you a little more. But from what I know, I wouldn't suggest anybody who's young like that, especially if you're not overweight, no need in cutting. Put on muscle. You're at a point in your life where you're really, really growing, and you're growing fast. You don't want to waste that potential, okay? You're going to thank me for it later. I promise you, 5 years from now, when you're 23 years old, right? The 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, whatever. My math sucks, all right? I have a degree, though. But I promise you, when you hit that age 5 years from now, you're going to thank me. Dang, good thing I didn't go on that cut. Good thing I build muscle, so now I look better, okay? So that's my suggestion. But again, email me so I can help you out a little more. Those are the 3 questions for the day, y'all. I know the video is a little bit long. I don't know if people are going to click on it. I'll go ahead in the description box. I'll put each question with a time marker, so that way if people aren't interested in the question, they don't got to watch it. But I'm trying to help you guys out here. This is not about the views for me. It's about really trying to get to the nitty gritty and help you guys, man. All right, I got other videos where I can edit it down and make the video short. Sometimes I gotta disregard that and just try and help the people who follow me, man. All right, and let your friends know if they have questions or whatever, and you don't know the answer. Then hey, man, tell them to send me a link, tell them about me or whatever, and I'll try and answer their questions too. Okay, so again, go ahead and comment below if you have any questions that you want to ask me for the next episode. I'm gonna try and do maybe one a week. I'm gonna try and stick to that because a lot of people ask me questions a lot. And if your question is really good, I'll just make a whole video on it. You could also send me an email at thestrengthcorps@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen. It's very easy to find. It's in the description box. Anyways, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Well, off this camera. I'm about to eat and then go to bed. I will tell you what I'm gonna do, but I want to make the video super long. All right, just know that I'm not hitting the gym today, but I'm hitting it tomorrow on a low carb day because some things happened today. I wasn't able to go to the gym. Don't forget the orders. Subscribe and share, like and comment. Till next time, all my devil dogs from the general, dismissed. And I jumped it off and started off with some T-bar rows. Wanted to get a good heavy row in. And T-bar rows are my favorite exercise. I've said that many times. I love it more than squatting.